Well, hello everybody. Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. We're out here in the high tone about to suffocate. It is like 100 degrees in here, it feels like. Cold weather ain't never gonna happen, I don't think. But I want we feel like, we like y'all so many times, let me put it this way, so many times y'all ask us to please carry us along on our high tone journey into the fall and stuff like that, and we have neglected that. We haven't done it in a while, and I apologize. But what I want to do today is show you a little bit about what we got going on and where we're at, how things are doing, and kind of like let you know a little bit anyway. So we're going to start out right here beside Miss Wanda, here in our filthy corner, we call it here. We have three of the Chilean hazelnuts that Miss Vicky sent us here. I have them in pots, and they are doing really, really good in this warm high tone in here. I don't know if warm's the word. It might be hot. And then over to the side here, I have some cauliflower plants that I raised myself and stuck in here. They're struggling, but they're growing. They're kind of small right now. I'm going to have to do a little bit more testing on the soil and see if I need to add something to kind of help boost them up there a little bit. But let's see here. Coming around, we had a complete failure on the onions that we planted in the trays. I don't know if just too hot or what, but they only like 3 or 4 of them came up. That was a complete failure on that. We have some backtoe pot and soil sitting here, guys. We're getting ready to, we have 2 more Vego beds here that when Mr. Danny gets time, I don't know what time is anymore, but when I get a chance, I reckon. I got 2 more of them to put together. And we got the covers to go over the top of them like this right here, so we can keep the insects off of them. And then we got our GreenStalk stuck back here in the corner. We haven't done anything with it yet. We're going to be working on that whenever time permits itself. And we have our strawberries here. We thought they was going to all die on us. This heat just about wiped them out. They were too thick in here, and they had babies all over them everywhere. And guys, I'm working like only Lord knows what, trying to get everything done. But the ones that survived have come back, and since we put the cover over it, and they are doing really, really well so far. November is actually the time in the Deep South to transplant them. Now here, we have our Cavendish banana trees. We have one on each side here. And then Ms. Wanda has her celebrity tomatoes, and I think the other one is a big boy tomato. And then we have my grape here Ms. Wanda got me that's a purple grape, but it's seedless. And I've been letting it kind of grow a little bit. So once it gets up, I'm going to try to train it up in the top up there. I don't know why, because I probably can't reach the grapes if I get them up there, but I like to have a cover up there anyway. Okay, we're here. God, we don't even know what this is. It just came up in the bed here. I had some Brussels sprouts planted in here. One of them's off over here. Ms. Wanda's on right now. It ain't doing too good, but these things, I don't even know what this is. It just came up in the bed. I have no clue. It don't have no fruit on it nowhere, so it's kind of hard to. It's probably a squash or a pumpkin of some kind, I'm sure. Over here, this is the early cabbages that I planted. Guys, it's been so hot. All they're doing is just growing up, getting taller and spendier.
Looks like they're wanting to bolt.
Looks like they want to bolt right off the bat here, and it's just so hot. It will not cool off down here where we can do anything, and it's not going to cool off for the next month. So I don't know if they'll do anything here in this bed, but we're going to leave them. If nothing else, we'll come in here and pull the leaves off of them and eat them. But behind it here, Ms. Wanda planted some celery. We did not know a celery would actually grow here in the Deep South, but I want you to look at that. That stuff is really doing well here. I mean, I am totally amazed that is actually growing here.
And the green onions.
Yeah, we got the multiplying onions stuck up in here. You know, they're doing okay. Not what we want because it's so hot. It just will not cool off. When you get over here to this bed, oh, the Malabar. Guys, that stuff is invasive when it gets going. I mean, look at the seeds on it that's ready to be picked off of it. I mean, there's just thousands of them up in here. They're on the whole plant. We're going to have to come in here and down a lot of this because it's taking over, you know. And then I mean, it's on both sides. It's literally trying to take over. Now, we do have some beneficial wasps that keep coming to it, like these up in here, these little beneficial wasps you see up here. They are really coming in here to this Malabar, and we're not messing with them. But now, Miss Wanda also put a celery right here, and she put one right here. Look at these. These celeries.
It's got an electric.
Well, it does have an electroculture by it right there, yeah. Well, that one has an electroculture by it, too.
Yeah, it does.
And that back yonder does. I didn't realize that.
All three of them.
And then the pepper plant here, there's two different peppers here. One is a green pepper, and then one of them is the big old purple peppers. Maybe we just picked some of the purples off of here because there's still a few of them stuck back in here. It's kind of small. We've been leaving them. And now the green ones is up in here. You know, oh, look at hiding up in there.
Did you find another one?
Oh, Swanee, I picked
He
these
just
things.
picked them 5 minutes ago.
I just picked them. These things hide up in here.
Look at
Look at that's almost what you call perfect.
And then I've got a cucumber.
Yep. I don't know what cucumber this is, guys. I don't know if this is the Divas or what it is.
Yeah, the Divas. Go.
You planted them a couple of months ago, and they're starting to come up. I don't know if they'll ever make, but we'll see. Definitely. And right across from it here is my broccoli that I planted. It is growing up, doing pretty well. I'm afraid it's going to bolt in this extreme heat that we're having here, but I'm just hoping.
Again, we can eat green leaves.
Yeah, if we have to, we'll eat the leaves off of it. I mean, that's just crazy. And then, of course, now, because it's warm and we left a few pieces of sweet potato roots in the ground, we got sweet potatoes coming all back up in here, which the rabbits will enjoy those, I'm sure. And then over here, I put some cauliflower in this bed. But guys, a Cherokee tan pumpkin come up in here, and I don't even know where it come from.
Because we have not planted them anywhere.
No, we have not planted any Cherokee tan pumpkins in here anywhere, and here one comes up in here, and now it's going to probably take the high tunnel over. I don't know if it's actually going to make a pumpkin or not, but I hate to just get rid of it because it might. You know, you don't ever know. I like to try anyhow. Now we're over at our other Vego bed, right directly across from this one. This is our arch system. We have so here in our bed with our broccolis, we have two of our seedless grapes here. These are the white seedless. Both of these are the Himrod. It's Himrod. I've never heard of that variety, but we purchased them. And they struggled in the early part of the summer. But right now, they're kind of hanging in there, just waiting to go dormant, but the heat won't go away for them to just get dormant and leaves will fall off of them. So we're going to leave them like they are, not going to mess with them, and hopefully we can, when it starts growing again, like see we got some new growth coming out here right now. And it's not supposed to be doing that this time of the year, but maybe the cold won't knock it back too bad. And green beans here it needs picking.
Pick them. I just picked my beans. There's another one right there.
Ooh, this is a big old one here you missed.
The bugs won't leave my green beans alone.
The bugs are just bad. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
They've not bothered anything but my beans.
The green bean seems to be the worst thing. You're right that they have actually attacked here.
But look at my celery.
Look at that celery, though. Look at this. That is some pretty celery right there now. I'll tell you what.
3 in this bed.
And they all got electroculture by them. Can see the rods right there?
Yeah.
We got electroculture by all of them. There's another bean there. Here's your another one.
Well, I said I picked them, but
I thought you said you did, but I keep seeing them. They hiding up in here. Now we have a bed identical to this one right straight across over here. This is the other bed. It's identical to that one over there. It has the... Look at that big old celery there, boy. I'll tell you what, that's going to be some good celery coming out of these beds. And then
even though we don't eat celery.
We don't even eat celery, and that's the one thing that's growing, wouldn't you figure? We're going to eat it, though, I'm going to tell you. But then we got another Diva cucumber back here, and this one's actually growing, doing pretty good. Must be a little better condition. I don't know if it's where the sun's hitting it better or what, but this bed seems to be doing fairly well.
Except for the bugs eating my beans.
They're all messing with the green beans, though. This is the contenders. Now, we hadn't planted contenders in years because of insect problems. And it's proven this again this year to be the same issue. And here, these two rows are almost identical to one another, except, I mean, in pots they are. We have banana trees, the Cavendish bananas on both of these right here. And we have, oh, this stuff right here, guys, is Comfrey. We brought that from Deepsouth over here and put it in a pot because that's how you have to contain it, because it, the roots just keep coming back up. You can't ever stop the stuff. And this was our okra. We left a couple of them right here because they got a few pods on top of it. I was going to let them dry to get the seeds out of them because there's no other okra in here. Now I stuck a couple of cauliflowers right here, and then we put some more comfrey in another tub right here, along with, we found some garlic that was growing down yonder, our elephant garlic, and we brought it up here and stuck it in a tub, and it looks like it's going to take off and grow. I was afraid it wasn't going to make it up under all that comfrey in there, but these two plants that came up in our seed trays, we did not plant them. I do not know what they are. I told Wanda, I said, I'll just stick them in this pot right here and we'll let them grow up to be big. I mean, they kind of resemble a tender green. And in a lot of ways, they resemble some kind of lettuce.
It could be a lettuce we planted.
It could be, but it resembles a tender green. And here is one of our Freedom Blackberries. It's finally starting to grow. And then out here, we was looking this time of the year. Look at here. We got berries on it. Didn't even know they was on here. Ain't that something? This time of the year. Of course, Miss Wanda has some flowers here. And over to the side here, I have another bed. I just got this bed filled up with the back toe. And I had some cauliflower I had in a tray that y'all saw me plant here way a while back. I took it over here and stuck it in here. And I know it's way too close and way too thick, but I figured some of it probably won't make it. So what makes it will, you know, maybe it'll be all right. And then we have our multiplying onions kind of stuck around the edges on this end down here. Now we have both of our self-watering Vego beds here. They don't have anything in them at the moment. We're probably going to try to come up with 2 tomato plants that that will grow through the cooler weather, because it don't look like we're going to have no real cold weather. And see if we can't get them up and get them going in here pretty good. And then of course we have another one of our Freedom Blackberries here. Now this one has went bonkers on us, and it is exactly what I wanted to happen has happened. It's just that it's got over here now, and it's done started making friends with the pepper plants, and it's done got all down in my peppers over here.
So you got to rearrange it.
So I'm gonna have to rearrange all of it. It looks like.
Need a ladder.
I'm gonna have to have a ladder to do it. Yeah. And then guys, these peppers right here, I don't know what to say about these things. We've probably picked over 1,000 peppers off of this here. We've got a whole freezer full of nothing but peppers. I mean,
Giveaway peppers.
we have oh my lord.
And look at the peppers and the beans and down under there.
Yeah, one of our peppers we was telling you about back there we picked is the purple pepper. Look at the size of them things.
Isn't that beautiful?
Huge. Just enormous. And then this thing here, I mean, they're just all down through here, guys. I mean, you look, when I pull up one of these leaves down here, I mean, just look at all the banana peppers hanging on there. That's what happens when you get that soil right with those meters and soil analysis tests and stuff like that, and keep the water to them like you're supposed to. These things, I mean, they're reaching up, they're 8 feet tall back in yonder. I mean, they're going bonkers on us and steady blooming. That's the crazy thing about it. But now, I also wanted to kind of carry y'all along. Remember my air grafted trees that I did? Well, guys, here they are right here. I want you to look. This fig tree, it's done put on 2 foot of new growth up here. My apple tree here, I'm trying to be careful with it. But look at my apple tree. It's got all kind of new growth on the apple tree. Now, and both of the apples, the other's back in there behind it. But look at this mulberry. I want you to look at the leaves on this mulberry here. Guys, if I spread my hands out, look at the size of these mulberry leaves. I mean, look at this one up here. This one up here is even larger.
Bugs found it.
I mean, the mulberries are doing fantastic. The apples are doing great. The figs are doing great. From this point forward, I'm going to be doing some air grafting. As a matter of fact, over at Deepsouth, I cut some mulberry limbs off and stuck them down in the water at the pond when it had water up to that height. I was over there the other day mowing, and I looked. I thought they had died. but got new leaves coming all out on them. So I'm gonna be going over there digging up those trees, bringing them over here to replant over here at Pecan Grove. So let me get out of this heat. Goodness gracious. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get this video finished up because we're about to smother to death. And the sides are up on the high tunnel. It ain't like they're down. I mean, we got the screens on it in the air. I feel a breeze through here a little bit.
At this level.
at this level right here.
Not up here.
But look, heat rises, okay? At this level, I want you to look at what temperature it is right here. You see that? 98 to 99 degrees in here.
Somebody needs to get his power because we got the fans.
We have the fans. We just don't have no electricity in here yet. I just have not got to a point where I can run the electricity out here. I have the boxes. I have the wire. I have everything to do it with. I just don't have time to get to it. I got so much going on between this property and the other property, trying to get it redone, get this one done, dealing with the government with different issues. It's just like every time I turn around. Plus my corn, we're getting ready to go do grist mill again. I got some elderly people who want to do their corn. So I told them when I'm doing mine, I'll grind theirs for cornmeal. We got the syrup furnace that's almost finished. When Mr. Tim gets the rest of the parts here and we get it put together, it will be ready for a test run. And Miss Wanda is canning like crazy. I mean, guys, it's a madhouse around here right now. Everybody talks about the fall and the winter being a time of relaxation and sitting back and not doing anything. There ain't no truth to that. Not in the deep south. When you're down here where we're at, it is a time when feet hit the ground. Because you see this right here? This is November. And it's growing like this in this high tone. And this will probably grow all winter. We got a cucumber there? Mm-hmm. Yep. I see it right there. Look at that.
I might get a cucumber out of this.
These are self-pollinating, if I'm not correct.
Supposed to be.
I am correct. I mean, but anyway, I'm about to burn up, guys. And I know Ms. Wanda is, because I see her back there behind the camera brushing her hair back and it's wet. We got to get out of here. Try to get where some cool air at and see if we can't enjoy the rest of our day doing things that we find that are even productive. I mean, we got plants outside we got to take care of. I got containers all outside. We'll show y'all in another video. But this one was specific to the high tunnel because so many of y'all ask us to please keep us up to date on what's going on in your high tunnel. The Vego beds have been fantastic, guys. I can't say I can't say enough about them. The only thing I am sad about with the Vego beds is that I didn't know about them 20 years ago. B, looking for the Black Friday sale. Remember, every year they have a Black Friday sale and you can get some really, really good deals. We're waiting. We're patiently waiting because we've already purchased 2 back here. We're going to put 4 more up here. So we're waiting that Black Friday hopefully will come around and everything will work out for us, but we can get some more beds to go up here and change out our mineral tubs so we can move the mineral tubs to another specific location to be growing outside, and we can make the whole high tunnel nothing but the Vego beds. Guys, I can't say enough good on the high tunnel about Grower Solutions because Grower Solution has been a blessing to us since we found them. These high tunnels has made our growing such an enjoyable thing for us. I mean, literally, we're able to put that 40% shade cloth on top of this and keep that blistering sun off of them. And guys, we've been able to grow in this through the extreme heat. We grow through it the winter months. Y'all seen us grow tomatoes all the way through the hard freezes in the winters and everything. I mean, it's a way for us to keep food, you know, almost all year long in the high tunnel here. And we are able to do some control of insects in here. Now, the only reason the insects got to Miss Wanda's green beans is because we had all the doors rolled up on it. And that's what happened. We now know. So we keep everything let down now. Now, the sides are rolled up because we have screens where the air can pass through and the insects cannot get in. Used to, when you come in here, you constantly heard stuff hitting against the top of it up there trying to fly out of it, all kind of insects and stuff. You don't have that anymore since we let the doors down and roll the sides up to 3 feet high. Now I am eventually going to run the screen on up the full 4 foot higher up on the top up here so we can roll it up all the way, but right now it's just not in my time cards to get it done. So thought we'd take y'all along, show you one more journey inside the high tunnel, and I hope that you enjoy it. And don't forget to share this video, types of videos, guys, because right now, this is going to be the way of the future. I'm going to tell you, with what's coming on the earth, this is going to be the way to grow in the future. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.